So welcome back to another Into the Infinityverse video, where I talk about certain aspects of the shared fanfiction universe me and Jason Voorhees 2011 do together. And this time around, I'm going to be talking about the Stormhawks. Yeah, the Stormhawks have not really had a lot of time to shine in the Infinityverse. That's because we're saving them for bigger things. But I am going to talk about certain aspects that some of you guys have probably already figured out, and other things that that are going to be coming into play with the Stormhawks. Now, so far the only things we have that we've seen in Stormhawks was in the giant jumping-off point for the universe, which was New Frontier, and there are only two things that really happened in those involving the Stormhawks. One being is that the Stormhawks are called in by the Absolute Zeros because they had discovered a object underneath the Terra. The Absolute Zeros are like, hey, we found this thing underneath our Terra and we don't know what it is. And they make the discovery that, oh my god, this is a ship. This is a ship of some kind. And the ship that it is, it's an engineer ship. That's right, the engineers were on Atmos. So there you go, we got the engineer, and you're probably wondering, is there an engineer in that ship? Are there xenomorph eggs on that ship? Not gonna say just yet, but yes, the engineers are gonna be tied to the creation of Atmos in this fanfiction continuity. But yeah. Now, the other thing on the opposite side of the Stormhawks making the revelation of finding this ship, the other major thing is that Cyclonus, the Cyclonians, now have a new ally for them, and that is Vlad Plasmus. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how did Vlad get to Atmos? Well, this takes place after the events of Phantom Planet, and of course, as we know, Vlad kind of just is now just wandering the galaxy. He is now, wandering the universe, and has eventually made his way to Cyclonus' side. He's now getting in good with her, being like an advisor and a secret agent. But at the same time, he's like thinking about he's contemplating, the right time to usurp Cyclonus and take over the Empire. However, Cyclonus ain't stupid, so she knows full well that Vlad is just, getting in good, just so he can try to park himself and try to, take over. She already knows and is keeping is keeping her enemy close. So to speak, as the old saying goes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's what she's doing with Plasmus, because she knows this guy's gonna pull a Starscream on me the second he gets a chance. So that's that's another major thing that but however, Cyclonus is keeping Vlad a secret because she doesn't want anyone to know that, she has this being from another planet who's been telling her about the universe. He's been essentially telling her all about the universe and everything in it, and as well as, these other planets. He's been telling her about where he came from, a world full of metahumans, and the places he's seen on his travels through the stars until eventually finding his way to Atmos. So Cyclonus is, of course, very curious about it. She's very interested about the cosmos, and her whole thing now is that she wants to expand the Cyclonian Empire into the stars. She wants to now... She's now starting to see that Atmos is too small. Even if she does win the war against, the Sky Knights, she's now getting the idea in her head of, well, one planet is too small. The Cyclonian Empire needs to grow. It needs to expand. I need more land. I want more. I want so much more. So that's the big thing right there, is that Cyclonus doesn't just want Atmos. She wants a galactic empire, and she's gonna try. And she's very interested in this ship. She believes this ship and its contents are what are going to help her get to point A to point B, so to speak. Now, the other thing is, like I said, we haven't really seen a lot of the Stormhawks, mostly because they're going to be involved in a lot of the cosmic stuff later on down the line. But we could see more you could be seeing more of Stormhawks at some point, but not by much, because like I said, they're going to be more involved in the when we get to the cosmic level stuff. Obviously, we're building into Annihilation, so that's going to be a big thing right there. Excuse me. So that's that's the big thing right there, is that I can't tell you more, but Atmos is going to play a bigger role when we get to Annihilation. The Stormhawks, everything else is going to play into a bigger role when we get to Annihilation, because they're going to be a major part of the in the war against the Annihilation wave. And it's also going to be a moment where the Stormhawks are like, we're not, because you have to understand that the Cyclonian, not just the Cyclonians, but the Atmosians themselves don't realize how big the universe is, and they're going to get a major wake-up call. They're just now discovering that they're not the only life in the galaxy. Remember, they've never even gotten further out of orbit. They've barely scratched the surface of space travel. They haven't even mastered space travel. So the farthest they've got was the stratosphere. So to find out that there's not only an alien ship and a dude from a place called Earth that that has seen other planets and more advanced civilizations, yeah, it's really starting to help them wake up and realize, yeah, there are bigger things at play here, and we're just a speck. So there's that. Now the other major thing in here that I'm pretty sure that you guys probably want to know, and it's been tossed around, and if you guys have been on my channel, you've seen me talk about this a few times, and that is, are we going to have it be the headcanon of are we going to have the headcanon of Arrow and Cyclonus being siblings? I think we have. Jason and I haven't talked about that yet. We haven't really talked about the whole Arrow and Cyclonus being siblings, so I can't really comment on that. I really just cannot comment on that at the moment, so yeah. Could it happen? Maybe, but I'd have to talk it over with Jason first. We just haven't really expanded further on that with in that regard. We just haven't done much with the Stormhawks lately because, yeah, we're setting up all the stuff on Earth right now. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That is pretty much all the stuff I can tell you for what we're doing with the Stormhawks. But trust me, they're going to be on the galactic stage very soon. I can promise you that. Anyway, so you guys tell us in the comments below. Tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this? Do you guys like it? Hate it? Yeah, I hope you all have been enjoying the Infinity Verse, and I will see you guys later.